Hello Internet! Welcome to another episode of the Truly Rich Pinoy Lamang ang May Alam Stock Market Journey ni Manny. We're going to talk about the dividends, no? Stocks and dividends, and how do these compare to the bank savings rate. Yan. Hi, good morning. I'm Manny Viloria of TrulyRichPinoy.com. Tara, mag-stock market na tayo. Okay, when you place, for example, 100 pesos in your bank savings account, and then it earns 0.25%. What does it mean? That means that if you deposit 100 pesos in your bank savings account, after a year, you're going to earn, let's ignore first withholding taxes, around 25 centavos. Kasi 1% of 100 pesos, that's 1 peso. So 0.25% is 25 centavos, okay? So clear ba yun? When we place 100 pesos in our regular bank savings account and then it earns 0.25%, after 1 year, our bank savings account will have 100 pesos plus 25 centavos. Now what happens when we buy a share of stock? Let's assume, para simple na lang, that we buy 1 share of stock of company XYZ for 100 pesos, okay? So in example number 1, we place 100 pesos in the bank, earning 0.25%. And on the second option, we bought 1 share at 100 pesos. Parang naglagay tayo ng 100 pesos sa isang stock. If during the year, the company declares dividends, for example, they say, we're going to give you 25 centavos for every share that you're holding. Then that means at the end of a year or during that year, you will earn 25 centavos. It's similar to the regular bank savings account. Ngayon, when we look at the different stocks recommended by groups like Truly Rich Club, Daily Pick, and all of these other people interested in long-term stock market investing, we saw that some of the stocks pay out dividends of around 0.33%. Some will even give as much as 7%, others 5%. Meaning, if we had placed our 100 pesos and bought that stock instead of placing our 100 pesos in the bank, we could have earned more than 25 centavos. That's the power of dividends. So even if you do not sell your stock, because you're holding some shares of stock, you will be earning some dividends. And normally, these cash dividends are placed in the cash balance of the online stockbroker's account. So if you have an account, for example, with Call Financial, you have 2 places there. No? You have the cash balance and then the stocks. Your cash balance will go up by the number of shares you have times the dividend, times the cash dividend. So the question is, why don't we put all of our money in the stock market? Why don't I simply forget about the savings account? Ganito yun. Let's say January 1, we bought 1 share of company XYZ, 100 pesos. And also in January 1, we deposited 100 pesos in a bank. At the end of the year, assuming the company declared cash dividends of 5 pesos per share, at the end of the year, your cash balance doon sa stock market, meron kang 5 pesos doon. That's the dividend. Tapos yung interest mo in the bank, 0.25 lang. However, there is no guarantee that at the end of the year, the stock price of the stock that you bought is still 100. Samantalang sa banko, the 100 pesos that you deposited at the start of the year is still 100 pesos at the end of the year. So, mas safe yung banko kasi yung 100 hindi gumalaw. Now, in the stock market, it's possible that the value of the share that you bought, yung dating 100 sa start ng year, baka 95 na lang. Of course, there's also a chance na baka 105. Pwede rin 125. Pwede rin 75 pesos na lang. So with the stock market, the prices keep moving up and down. It is possible that at the end of the year, mas mababa siya. It's also possible na mas mataas siya. That's why the stock market is riskier than a bank savings account. So, decision point. Where should I put my money? In the stock market or in the bank? Me, I do both, because I have different objectives. If I will need to use the money, if I need to use that 100 pesos after a year, 1 year, I'd rather put it in the bank. because my main objective is to use that 100 at the end of the year. But if I do not need to use that 100 pesos for the next 5 years, I will place it in the stock market. So ikaw, don't think that the stock market is like the bank. It's completely different from a bank, but you stand the chance to earn more than what you would earn in a regular savings account. Of course, there's also a chance that you will lose more because in the bank, your 100 stays intact. Okay? So I hope that clarifies your questions regarding dividends. What I do is I split my money so that it's not all in stocks and it's also not all in the bank savings account, so that I get the benefit of both worlds. Of course, I have to accept the risk of both worlds. Thank you for joining us in today's Truly Rich Pinoy episode. Hanggang sa susunod, ako po si Manny Viloria ng trulyrichpinoy.com at ng lamangangmayalam.com na nagsasabing, invest in yourself before others will invest in you. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay tayong lahat. Have a great weekend.